to ENlitenThem, and for today's video we'll be dealing on CSS. So for that we need to open a new work page. So we're going to type Ctrl L, or you can quickly go to your here and click on File and then click the new. Then we're going to do it on CSS. CSS stands for Cascading style sheet. So CSS is mainly for styling, and it is what is usually used in web structuring. And it is seen in all the web pages. So we know that CSS is cascading style sheet, and it is used for styling. There's no web page or website that doesn't have CSS in it. So CSS is mainly a style. So with that, we're going to delete it. Then for the format of it, we're going to now go here, save as. So we're going to work with it in this. But before I go, let's cancel. There are three types of CSS, three formats of CSS. So one, we will now have the Inline CSS, 2 external CSS, and 3 we have the internal CSS. So what do I mean by Inline CSS? We are going to work on what's HTML, what we did in our tutorial, in our first tutorial of HTML. And if you haven't watched it, click on the description. It's in the description, the link is there, so click rush now and watch it. So now I'm going to show you what I mean by Inline CSS. So we're going to open the first document we did here. So what we mean by Inline CSS. Okay, so this is our paragraph here. We have our paragraph. So now I'm going to now write style. Okay, style. Okay, so now I'm going to make the paragraph style color. Let's make it red. Then we'll save it. Now refresh here. Okay, we'll see our paragraph now became red. So let me give one more example. So in this href, this a tag, I'm now going to write here style equals to then color. I'm going to use color orange. Yes, color orange. So save it, we'll refresh it here. Okay, see the thing turned out to be orange. So with that, we now know what is the inline CSS. So I'm going to now delete them. So now, okay, we now understand. So now external CSS. Okay, now let me treat internal before we go to external. So what do I mean by internal CSS? So remember when I was telling you about the head? The head is where we type in our CSS files. So we'll now come here, we'll type in CSS files, meta and title. I told you about it. So we're going to now use style here and close it. Then here we'll now define it. We're now going to put P, because P stands for paragraph. Then use this incline bracket because it's special for to CSS files. So we're going to now make P. Then we'll now start defining it. We now want P. We want P color red. Then we'll close it. Run it. Okay, we can see now this image, our ref here is now the default link, while our paragraph is now red. So we can also change it here also. We'll now pick A. Let's work on what we have. A color. Let's make it purple. No, purple is kind of, so let's make it something shouty. Let's make it blue. Then color, we're going to now save it. We're going to now refresh. You see tint now change to blue. So to show you, that is what we now call the internal CSS. So let's delete it. So now for the external CSS, we are going to external CSS now. We are now going to create a new page, then go to file, save as. Then we want to save this index inside. I want to save because it's folder index. Wait, let's delete these ones that we're not using. We don't have any need of them. Let's delete them. We'll delete them. So I want to save it inside index files because it's document concerning it. So we're going to now save it as style.css. The CSS will now save it as Cascade sheet file. So we're going to click save, and you look at here, the thing now changed to Cascade style sheet file. So now we have done it through. Let's save this one. Let's go here, fresh, everything's back to normal. We have done it through. So now we'll now start typing. P also, look at the color changed. So P, let's make color the same thing, red. Then A color green. Now let's save it. We'll refresh. It didn't change. Why? Because we have now brought in this style sheet. So we're going to go to index files, and remember I told you in our HTML that in head tag you can also import. Head tag document doesn't show. Anything you type there doesn't show how fast it's in tag. So but it's only for importing, reading it. So we're going to now import it using what we call the link, then rely. This rely is now going to define it, whether it's a style sheet or a JavaScript. So we're going to now name that style sheet, then close it. Then we'll now bring in our file, ref, then index files / style.css and close it. So before this ref, go here, there's another code we'll type equals to them makes text / css. It's not all important, but it's good that you put it. So when we save it, we'll now go back to our page and refresh. Oh yeah, you see it now. We now brought in the file. Hello, I'm a paragraph, red. Image code is image ENlitenThem, which is now green. Okay, so that's all about just the format. So anyone you want to use, but preferably it's good for you to use an external file, so that in case you're running in a script, you're running plenty codes, and you need lots of styles, your work would look messy, and so which makes the reloading speed sometimes of your pages faster when you link the style pages, so that everything will not be a burden to it, but it's just like you overloading a human being. So now we have it right. So now we're going to now work on okay, we're now going to use more style, and in this image here we have already seen style applied here with this width. this one was an internal style, so I just wanted to show you. So we already did an internal listing because width, height, it was all CSS. So because we're trying to control it, so we have already done it here. Another thing we are going to do, we're going to work on plenty things here. Another thing we have to know about is okay, let's see. Let's go to our page here and now create another style. This is shiny red. Okay, we'll not close it. So let's style. So you can actually change the background of your body. You just come your body and use special background color. Let's make it red. We're now going to close it. See what happens when we save it. Okay, oh no, that it shouted too much. In fact, our paragraph was lost in it because it was red. So let's use something that will not make it shout. Oh no, it almost blinded me. Blue. Let's save it. Okay, too shouty, but you see that the thing changed it, and this body, it can only be done in this style. If this is an external sheet, it won't recognize it, so it must be done here for affecting the general body. So since we are entering to background color, let's also now change this P. Let's also now change it, although we have done P here. Let's remove this thing. Okay, let's change it to gray, which will not be shouting, because this blue is kind of painful in the eyes. Okay, much better, at least a warmer effect. So we'll now go to style, since we are looking into background color. So let's also come here. See, I use a semicolon here to show that, because I want to write another style. So I'm not going to now use the same background color. Then I want background color of the paragraph to be let's make it purple. Then save it. We're going to now refresh our page. Okay, you see everything was now purple while this thing was red. So let's also make this a this link also another color. We're not going to go here, background. Okay, I have to close this one first. Background color. Let's make it tomato. Okay, now let's make it yellow. Yeah, okay, cover it. So I'm going to now refresh. Okay, see, the thing is now yellow. So show you, at least we have shown you yellow. I've showed you how to make your background. So with even this knowledge, you can do lots of stuff coming handy. So another thing I'm going to show you guys is, we are done with background now. So what we're going to enter is we're going to now go here. There's a particular style called font family. We have different font family. We have Arial, we have plenty even. So let's just use Arial, the one I can closely remember. So we're going to use Arial. See, wow, the thing changed, so that all these things are kind of stored. So just to input the code, your browser does the rest. And it's not all the browsers. There are some later versions of browser that doesn't accept HTML5 and the related code, so it's not almost all of them. So we have changed the font family to Arial. So we're now going to also change the something. We have font size. Let's make it 4px, 4 pixel. So refresh it. which is too small. So let's make it 20 pixel. Okay, so it's bigger. So we now know about font size, font family. So we can even try it here. If we do font size, let's make it a little bit shouty. Let's make it 35 pixels. Then save it. Fresh. Okay, see, oh, it even looks like a header. So we're now going to go. The next we're going to go is now text decoration. So what do I mean by text decoration? Let's go to text decoration. So in text decoration, we can either put none for no style, or then we also have underline. Okay, this is not, we did not close it here. So that's why I like Notepad Plus for Local. I remember that I didn't put the semicolon here, but I saw the color. So I'm not going to go here. We're going to refresh it. See, it's in underline it, making it look like as if we are doing it was a link, like how this one is underlined, but it's not actually a link. We made use of the text decoration. So if I also, let me show you what text decoration, what will happen if I put it here. That text decoration none, close it, save it. Okay, see, the underline now left it. So show that A is a text decoration which at default underlines it. So but when I now made use of text decoration none, it now left it, making it look plain. So our text decoration did it, we now made use of it none. So show you text decoration comes in handy in lots of things. You can use it to make, or then let it line pass through it, lots of things. So but trying to make sure you understand it on your own. Just mess with code. Anything you think about, mess with it. You may not know, you may just become turned into the next person to create a good CSS file, which you find yourself handy and useful to you at least in your learning. So what we are now going to go to is now border, what we call border. So we are now going to, but before I enter border, there's something we have to know. In CSS, we have what we have known as, okay, name not that. We know what we have: ID and class. So it is ID, and ID is in the format of an ID, usually has a hash in the CSS. Why? In class usually has dots. So just like you, what, maybe there are two people, and maybe in a class there are two Victors, but you want to differentiate one from the other, so you use ID hash. But in grouping in a class, maybe class of 5, you want to differentiate, maybe this one is 5 blue, while there is 5 green, 5 red, you now use class. But both does the same thing fairly, but one has its own downside, the other one has its own downside. So now let's show you what I mean by ID and class. I'm going to go to this index. Okay, I'm going to go to this index. Then we have style applied for paragraph alone. So let me now change it. So how to now to make use of the IDs is either you come here, you now do paragraph ID equals to, so let me make this a paragraph 1 p1. Okay, paragraph 1, close it, then type hello I am a paragraph sample, and close it. Then if I save it, remember we have styles that we are made for this paragraph. So if I save it, if I go here, refresh, okay, see the thing affected it also, because it made sure it affected everything P. But in a situation whereby I now come and differentiate it, making P have its own. So if I now come here and now do hash paragraph 1, then put its own color, make it brown, then let's save it first. Okay, see the thing, other effects happened to it, but look at it, now became brown. Something about that background, then make it none. Okay, then see brown none to show you. So I'm going to show you one more last time before now for this last episode. So this asterisk, if I come here and do text align center, watch what will happen. Everything is centralized. So this asterisk bridges everything, every style for it to take place. So no matter the style you put, once you put this asterisk and type whatever style you want to put, it affects everything once. It cancels everything that you have put. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe, check out the videos in the description, the links, then subscribe, follow me on my social media. Just click on all the links and in the description. Thank you for watching.